Yeah, within no time, we are in Austria, Vienna. First time actually in Austria. Yeah, I'm very safe and sound, a little bit tired, but like I said, adventure is on. Oh, yes. An adventure is an adventure. Always doesn't have to be very comfortable. And this has been my life university experience. So I was very lucky to not have many people in the bus. So I'm going to check out that. This is my exit from Budapest, Hungary, to Vienna, and an adventure is an adventure. So it's in the middle of the night. It's gonna be a 3-hour ride. So I'm in the bus to make my way and experience Vienna. I'm tired. I'm really tired. But I have to pull this because I want a picture down there to really understand the work that's put on in content creation and work generally. So I appreciate all of you for supporting. Yeah, please feel free to share this with every young person. I share experiences. One for me, but most importantly for any young person who's curious about some of the things that are out here. And so it's an honor to be the person to share these experiences as well. Life in Europe is good, but it's not always rosy. And lot of people that end up in the streets here is not because their case is any special, but most of them is just, a slight mess, and they're in the street. And as soon as you end up in the street here, everybody looks at you with a very different eye. I've had conversations with a lot of people in the street here, with some people in the streets, and they're very okay people in the street. And as human beings, when we get rejected, we change our behavior, and it's a trauma that leads to drug abuse, drugs or substance abuse. And so I want a Victor or a young you out there to really understand how these things work. So it's gonna be a 3-hour drive, 3 hours a minute drive. But the bus seems empty. We have a few steps, and so I hope we have a few stops. So I hope there won't be that many people trying to come into the bus as we continue going. Yeah, within no time we are in Austria, Vienna. First time actually in Austria. Yeah, I'm very safe and sound, a little bit tired, but like I said, adventure is oh yes. An adventure is an adventure. Always doesn't have to be very comfortable. And this has been my life university experience, trying to explore Europe. Some of the videos looks rosy and beautiful, and that is the truth of my journey as Victor's with Victor. But then I would also like to share the challenges that I go through, because if there is a young vlogger that I inspire, then it is important for them to know that this adventure is not a rosy adventure all through. There's going to be challenges. And one of the challenges that I've been trying to avoid is, one, not to miss my plane, not to miss my train, and not to miss my bus. Because that is the most important factor to really consider when you have your trip planned a few weeks before. It's a plus. And so that means you need to be able to catch all the 3 if booked. If you are lucky to do all flights, don't miss your flights. But I think to save money, and if you are on a budget, then it is very important to work within your budget, but also make sure you're not messing it at all by missing either your flights, your train, or your bus. The Flixbus that I just hopped off. Sorry guys, I'm tired. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, so the Flixbus that they say is cheap is relatively cheap to probably a European who earns over $3,000 or euros a month, but it's not cheap for an African like me, a Kenyan like me. are probably like you. I don't know where you are at. So it's fairly cheap compared to flights. It's also fairly cheap compared to train. Cheap is relative to where you are at. Yes. And so please, the other thing is make sure you have your accommodation intact. So accommodation is one of the second most important factors to consider. The first one is transportation and movement around where you are at. And so, wow, look down here. So beautiful, so clean, well kept. It's to the train station, actually. Yeah, florid stuff. Yes, first time in Vienna, actually. Let me show you guys around. Back to the biking communities. This is my first time in Austria. Pizza and pasta is one of the things Europe is huge on. Wien hot bath. Yeah, so this is Vienna, Austria. Sorry, I don't want these guys to be thinking that I'm filming drugs. Yes, literally syringes in everything. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, what was I saying? Yes, back to it. So transportation and accommodation. Food, there are days I could go with a meal a day. And there are days that, it was good. When it's good, it's good. But there are days that you realize you're over budget. France was my biggest and craziest expenditure. So that's where I really spent a lot of money in France, because it was during Olympics. And so in continuing my journey and to make sure that I hit the target that I had set for myself, I have to deny myself in certain countries and just make sure I don't end up begging in the street. Because it's a thing that happens, and everybody that begs in the street, there is just a slight mess they probably made somewhere. And so it's catching up with them. Yeah, Vienna looks amazing. Yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying my adventure and learning from it as well. So what I want to really share is the experience that I have here genuinely, and not so people don't look at the pictures and the videos that I post and think it was all rosy. Wow. This is the central station in Vienna. Fahrkarten tickets. Yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And like I always say, I cannot appreciate enough your efforts. Therefore, easy, make it work. So I'm in Vienna actually. Yeah, I've been napping here. Let me show you guys. I've been napping here since 3 in the AM. Yes. And they don't allow you to nap here because it's a public place. I don't know why. They will come and wake you up. Yeah, this is life, such is life. And we hope we grow better. So at 3 AM no transportation works. And so I found myself in the middle of Vienna. I brought myself to Vienna, not found myself. And so it's also taught me the most important things in life, especially when you're traveling. The first is transportation and accommodation, and I think I said this earlier. I still reiterate, it is very important to find somewhere to put your head and sleep. Very important, even if it's just for 2 hours. It's very important. A comfortable place where you lay your body straight and sleep. You can be so tired. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Learn from this vlog. There's nothing to enjoy here. Learn from this vlog, and I hope the things I've shared is worth sharing. Be vigilant. Viva! Power to the people. Yeah, so the trains are starting to move, so I'm gonna figure myself out my way out to the place I need to nap. Then I'll nap and sleep and rest and take a shower. And get some food, hopefully. So I'm gonna show you, these people wakes people up. Those are the people. You see the people in orange. See, they're walking around. You can't close your eyes here. They'll come and wake you up. Yes. Very important for people to know, especially people who are traveling. So you never know where it might find you. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learn from this vlog, and see you in the next video. Peace.